Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Lights, Camera, Roll. My name is Tristan Powell, and I'm the DM of the Dungeons & Dragons group, and these are my fellow players.
I am Allison, and I'm playing Gideon the Jester.
I'm Drew, and I'm playing Paelias the Monk.
I'm Angela, and I'm playing Falx the Human Druid.
And I'm Mitch, I'm playing Brennan the Half-Elf Sorcerer.
So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the magical world of Calcia. So to recap what happened last time, you had all decided to send Graf, his name is Graf, for him to stay with Navarra.
Is it Graft or is it Graph?
It's Graf.
No T at the end?
No T at the end.
Oh man,
No, that's
I really...
right. Look at this graph. Remember? You know.
Yep.
Yes, I remember making a Nickelback joke at some point.
We've already started.
That was it. That's
Yes.
what it was.
That's begun.
Okay, but yeah, so Graf is staying with Navarra at Paelias' house. Navarra is Paelias' sister in the town of Viinio. And you had, Gideon had gone to the police station.
I did go to jail.
Because you had tried to run away from the police.
Yes.
But had run into a different group of police officers, but had convinced them that you were wrongfully chased. And had been taken back to their headquarters, pulled out some of your past credentials to prove some of this kind of heritage in your background, which they regarded quite highly, apologized greatly for offending you, and handed the town guard, head guard of the town, handed you one of his badges. So,
Yes. Got the access pass to the whole town.
yeah, if that happens.
I swindled the DM.
It's like, wait, what? How did this happen? Yeah, because you were trying to get Graf out of town, but had eventually figured it out that they weren't going to let the whole group out. It was just going to be easier and safer for him to stay at the house. So, but you had gotten out because Graf's family, as Graf described, had been somewhere underground. It smelled horrible, and probably somewhere in the sewer system of the town. So you'd gone out to try and learn more about the sewer system. You'd gone to the most run-down, bad part of town in their tavern called the Crooked Tooth Tavern. And there had met Mr. G. And Brennan had a very long and great conversation with this Mr. G, where he had befriended him, had camaraderie in their upbringing backstories, most of it not made up by Brennan, now that is canon.
Grumpy, Stumpy, Job, and Phil.
Yep.
That's all you need to say.
I guess so.
Canon.
That's right. So, and then
That's my greatest achievement on this show.
after that, you'd all drinking some grog in celebration of the sewer system. And Mr. G was going to show you to his friend, Mr.
Menden Zandipendala?
Menden Zan Tebelzalov III.
Tebelzalov
III, who was his good friend who takes care of the southern sewer facility. So he was going to go introduce you to him. And then that is where we left off, is you have been finishing your grog, just about to head off. So is there anything else you'd like to do in the Crooked Tooth Tavern while you're here?
I'm good. Got my grog.
All right.
I'm good.
Well, as Mr. G explains, your group is not horrible.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Really warms my heart.
If you're ready to set off, I can show you to my friend.
Sounds good.
All right.
Does your friend have like a nickname that's much shorter and much easier to say?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I have to talk to him about that.
Okay.
So, follow me. I'll take a trip to the city.
All right.
All right. Why is your makeup not great?
Maybe been a little drunk over the past couple days. It's okay, man. Don't worry about
I
me.
understand that. I don't remember most of the festival myself.
You gotta make it through the day somehow, man.
That's right. Cheers to that. And drinks another pint of grog. All right. I'm ready.
I trust this guy completely.
I can't feel my feet, and that's the only way I can walk.
All right,
So,
G.
Yes, this man hobbles from behind the bar and kind of with a limp, like a large limp, like grunting step, takes you out the tavern and down to the south part of town.
Great. Wow.
So,
What a man.
yeah, so in Viinio, if you were to look at your map, if you had it known by. So he takes you to the main road. And as you come to the main road, some of the guards there like recognize you, but see him with you. And Mr. G goes, "What are you looking at?" And they all like, "Okay," just kind of turn away. So they just don't want to deal with this man. That's right. All right, go. Takes you down the main road to the south part of town, heading back towards Paelias' house in that direction, actually. But once you get kind of to like where you could turn left to go to Paelias' house, he actually takes you like between some houses to the right and heads up to the inner wall of the town. And kind of set into the inner wall and like kind of the back row of houses here, there's a wooden door with like a little window with like bars in it. He's like, "All right, wait here." And he goes up to the door and knocks kind of rhythmically, poorly. "Men in the Belzalov the Third, are you in there?"
Oh my god.
And from inside, you hear a loud clang. "Oh, dang it! Yeah, I'm coming. Hold on." I hear some footsteps kind of run up some steps. And the door opens, and inside you can see what could only be described as the grummiest old man you've ever seen, with a large white beard, a little hat, and kind of some like black glasses that go over his little beady eyes.
Is he an elf?
He is a very old high elf, yes.
Oh,
Very
wow.
old, so that means he must be
Probably
like 1,000
like,
years
Yeah, he's like 10,000 years
Yeah.
old.
What is it? "I got some folks here looking for the sewer. They want to see this beautiful contraption." "What? Really? What do you want?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
man here.
Mr. Mendenzan to Belzaloff, right?
"The Third.
The third. Oh, yeah.
But don't call me that. That's my father's name. You can call me Mendenzan de Belzalov the Third Jr.
All right, there we go. Well, Mr. Mendenzan de Belzaloff the third Jr.
Yes, sir.
I'm from a pretty, poor community, full of dwarves. They're very
Where you from?
from this place called Zati.
You're from Zati?
Yes, I am.
I knew a dwarf from there once.
Your accents
Yeah.
changing quite a bit, sir.
It's my
do you have-
mind. I got different people who like to take place.
Like,
My
that's-
voice
that's
changes.
the third. That's the three version.
Well, if you can name them, I might actually know them.
You guys know them? No. No.
I'm afraid.
I forgot their names.
Well, I don't have a lot of friends there, but you got Grumpy and Stumpy. Do you know Grumpy and Stumpy?
I can't say I don't.
Do you what?
Sorry.
Yeah,
There's Job.
Joe? Maybe. That sounds familiar.
He's kind of a drunk man.
That
He's not a
could
man, he's a
possibly
dwarf.
have happened. Yeah.
And then there's Phil. There's a lot of Phils in the world.
I don't
but
like Phil.
All the Phils and Zati.
I once knew a Phil from Zati.
You did?
I didn't like him.
Is that the same Phil?
Probably not.
Okay. Yeah, Zati, yeah, there's a lot of Phils.
Where are you guys from?
Well, I'm from the two Siltas.
Really?
Yeah.
Bit of a royalty, are you?
I
Prick.
don't like
All right,
to
where are
get
you
into
from?
it. Oh God.
I'm from Matsuta. obviously.
Metsuta?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why are you so ugly?
You know, man. I ask myself that every single day. Look in the mirror and
You smell weird. All right, where are you from?
I live right here in Viinio City.
Patron.
Yes.
How you like the toilet?
It's nice.
Run good?
Yeah.
Good. All right.
Mr. Mendedzan Tebelzaloff III Jr.
Yes.
You know, we came here because, you know, I think all of us, we're very interested in the science of plumbing technology and specifically the sewers, because I've never seen a sewer system before.
You have never seen a sewer system before.
Yes. And
Well-
I would like to know more about
Well,
it.
sir, do you
please.
follow me? Oh,
Thank
my.
you, Mr. Mendedzan Tebelzaloff III Jr.
Of course. Take a seat, boys. You gotta let me talk to him for a bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, follow me, good sir, down into the sewer, as we do say.
All right. I will follow.
All right. Are you all following?
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess so.
Here we go.
This is happening.
All right, Mr. G gives you a fond farewell. All right,
Bye, Mr. G.
you come back now. You're here.
Is that a threat?
You want to be? You want to go? I'll fight. I can't fight, but I will.
Maybe some other time. I'm good. I'm
All right.
okay.
All right. All right. Bye.
But
He walks off back between the houses, back to the tavern.
Wow, what a guy.
This is happening.
Yep.
Here we go.
All right.
Wow.
So yeah, Mr. Minden Zandabozalov III Jr. leads you down through this door on the side of the wall and the steps. As you look down, it's kind of like these stone, like kind of dark, dirty marble steps leading down into the earth. And as you keep going down, each one gets a little more slimy, and the stench starts to hit you more and more in waves. And as you finally get to the bottom, it's very dimly lit down here. I need you all to make Constitution saving throws
Oh boy.
as
Oh,
the smell
no.
finally hits your stomach.
Wait, is this for like seeing or smelling?
This is for smelling, so
Oh,
it's a
okay.
Constitution saving throw.
17.
17.
dirty 20.
Okay.
15.
15.
13.
13. All right. All of you hold your lunch down as the full stench finally hits you. And you can feel it on your skin as the air itself is a little sticky down here. It's not great. Bren, you kind of have able to come back down as a small little man in front of you says, well, here we are, the great workings of the first level of the sewer. And as you see out, kind of in this room here, there's a bunch of pipes like coming in from the ceiling, like going down, going to one very large central pipe in the middle of the room. And the central pipe kind of goes, like comes down and then goes off down towards the other side of the room and disappears into a rather large hole in the wall. And underneath that pipe, there's actually a large trough full of some sort of liquid material, also flowing in the same direction as the pipe, going that way. And at the sides of the room, there's all these kind of large like pumping contraptions with all these like valves and things. And then the left corner of the room, there's actually this little shack that seems to be made of like tin and makeshift material. That seems to be Mr. Minden Zandabozalov III Jr.'s hovel here. So, what would you like to learn about the sewer?
I would like to learn about maybe all of the spaces that could hold groups of people in for parties.
For parties? Well, we do not get many parties down here,
Maybe any space big enough for a party that might exist.
but there are different levels to the sewer and also different areas.
Okay.
How many levels are there?
Yeah.
There's actually 2 levels,
Okay.
so nothing many. All right.
I'm like, oh no.
But well, there used to be a 3rd level, but nobody really goes there anymore. It's a little too dingy down there, and some things came in, and we don't like to talk about it. but as we lost most of the sewer workers, but well. But I personally see to the first southern receptacle here, and here we receive most of the southern part of Viinio's sewage and collect it here, and then pump it on down to the lower level. Quite a far ways, actually. And then
Alright.
in the northern part of town, there's actually another receptacle, but that's run by one of the wine families here. So I don't see to that one.
Well, I've learned a lot today.
But if you'd like to go lower, you can actually take, and you kind of see at the, kind of beside you guys in the large trough filled with water, there's a little like dinghy boat. If you take the dinghy and go, there's actually kind of a chute that goes down and you ride it. Whoosh! It's really fun. You can ride it down to the lower levels.
Sweet.
All right, so we're doing that, I
Yeah,
guess.
what's happening?
Sure.
This is the first time I've not wanted to do something.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
for the
I
greater
mean,
good.
I've never been in a sewer before, obviously.
Is it everything you ever dreamed of?
Yeah, I mean, I want to explore more. Maybe I even want to find this mystical third level. I know.
Well, who knows? But if you do make it down there, please tell me what's running the sewers, because I have no idea how this is running anymore.
Wait, then what do you do?
Well, I mostly turn valves over here and make sure the pressure's okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't actually know what's pumping the sewer anymore, because yeah. And he goes over to his little hobble, and you see him rummage around, and there's some like dirty bags in there. And he comes out with a small cloth, and he opens it up, and inside is a little glowing yellow crystal. He just says, when I first got here about 1,000 years ago, the sewer was primarily powered by these little suckers. For those of you who don't know, and some general history of Viinio, is the dwarves actually built most of it and built this great sewer system. And like many of the dwarves' contraptions, run off of the dwarves' energy crystals that they would dig up in their mines. And this is what basically the only one I know that's left here, as when the terrible infection came in, actually destroyed most of the energy crystals here, and most of the land too. But this one's still pumping just a little bit, as it glows just a little bit. But but that's what used to run the lower levels. But now that those are gone, I don't really know what runs the sewer. So if you can find that out, I'd love to learn.
I'm sure we could find something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Well,
oh boy.
All right. Well, I hope you have a great journey down the pipes.
oh God. We just kind of want to talk to this guy anymore.
All right, wait. I got a map. Well, it's not a map, more just like directions. All right.
boy.
Here, you're gonna need these, and he hands each of you an oar, which is basically just like a stick of wood.
Oh, cool.
Cause you're gonna have to paddle in some parts.
Oh, jeez.
And, make sure you don't go the wrong way. There's a lot of pipes going down from there, and who knows where those lead.
Is there anything that we should expect down in the second level of the sewer?
I haven't been there for a while, so, but I don't know why. What are you trying to do down there?
I'm just wondering if there might be anything dangerous down there.
Well, as far as I know, there ain't no more civilians down there.
Oh.
So, but there's probably something.
Like any monsters
Okay.
or anything? Like sewer
always
monsters?
Probably something.
Yeah.
Well, let me think. Sounds like my memory's doing okay today. If I just think back, one night I did wake up and there was this like little creature, little scaly thing going through my things. And I scared him off with a hop, with a hoo. And he went back down the pipe. So maybe something like that.
Like a snake?
No, bigger.
A lizard.
A gator?
Was it a turtle?
Not a gator. I mean, it was up on 2 feet and had little claw hands. But it did have a reptilian type face on him. But I could have been dreaming too. Who knows? See many things down here. Many things I would
sir.
not want to tell.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
At least it's not talking door.
All right. You want your directions?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
please.
yeah.
All right. So, you're going to head down this pipe. It's going to be a steep decline going down into the earth. And the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take a left. Wait, that's right. Yeah, a left.
Don't do this to me.
And then you should go over a pretty big ravine type cavern area. A lot of pipes go through there. And then the next intersection of pipes, you're going to want to go right. You got that? All right. And then after, you're going to take another left. This is hard. After that, you're going to want to go right.
Okay.
Got it.
You remember that?
Yep.
So, left, right.
All right. So, and then some of them might be boarded up, as we didn't want people going down there, but they all seem fine. So,
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
probably no danger, but may have to break through some of them first. Also, this boat, it's been sitting there for a while, so who knows how strong that is. So,
That's even better to know.
but you know, you got it.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
All right.
Let's go.
All right.
Are you guys off for the sewer adventure?
Oh, man.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mendenzan Tabelzaloff III Jr.
It's been my honor to show you the pride of Viinio City.
Ah, yes.
Not the wine. Sure.
Wow.
Who needs wine when you can have a sewer?
You ever tried sewer wine?
Sounds like a
All
delicacy.
right, guys, time to go.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Probably not sophisticated enough to handle it.
You know what? You're
I
right.
really,
Yeah.
I don't know if
He
I want
takes
to
out a
be.
bottle that's very cloudy and just starts chugging it.
I don't know if I want to be that sophisticated. I'm gonna be
Not
real.
today.
I
This
think
comes
if you
out of
drink
only
that,
the
you'll get-
finest pipes
You'll
down
sprout
here.
another personality.
It was. Yeah. Ready?
Yeah, let's go. We're going.
All right, you all clamber into the little dinghy, and it's so small, but it's long, narrow enough. You're each gonna have to be like in a straight line in the back
good.
of this thing.
That's all right.
So what's gonna be your lineup?
You get in front so you can smash walls.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have night vision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
dark
too.
Vision.
Even
Dark
better.
vision. Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah,
be
dark
like, in
vision.
the middle.
I have dark
Yeah.
vision as well.
So you two on the ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in the back. I'll be like
Okay.
facing. I'll be facing like backwards.
Yeah.
So I can see if there's
Oh,
something
yeah.
behind us.
I'll
Alright.
just be in
We'll just chill in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you bring the dinghy up to the hole in the wall, you can hear the rush of the sewer like going down into it.
Oh man.
And it is completely dark down there.
Great.
So,
Very cool.
the two of you without dark vision probably can't see much.
That's all right.
That might be a good thing.
You know, it probably is.
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right, so you're in front, and then what's the rest of the lineup?
I'll be second.
Okay.
You be third. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm in the back facing the other way.
All right. All right. Well, you guys have a good time now in the sewer. All right.
Bye bye. Thanks for the boat.
You need to
Thank
shove off?
you. Can you like
Sure.
smash a bottle on the back like they do with big
Not
fish?
champagne, but
Yeah.
here.
Hold on a second. Yes. You actually see his muscles like actually get a little bit larger. It's like, all right, Have fun in the deep. He smashes the bottle in the back of your boat and flings you forward into it.
God.
That could have been a potion. That we
Yeah, maybe. Should we have been sophisticated?
All right.
I'm still not. I regret it.
All right, and then this begins your plunge into the darkness. All right, as you guys pick up speed, heading downwards, whoosh,
All right.
sewage is hitting primarily Paelias in the front
Oh god.
of the boat. Paelias, I do need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
You are
boy.
Got this, man.
strong.
14.
14. Sadly, with as a large chunk hits you kind of in the side of the mouth.
Just a chunk. Nothing else describes. Just chunk.
Don't know what it was, but
Chunk of object.
a little bit gets in your mouth and you lose your lunch and the grog comes out and yeah, you vomit on the side of the boat. And that the rest of you can't really smell it because it just smells so horrible down here. Your nose, all of your noses have just pretty much stopped working now. They've just been burnt off. But yeah, for you two can't see, it's almost horrifying as you are picking up speed, diving deeper down into the earth. But as you go down, Paelias, you can see coming up ahead of you, there is an intersection you're kind of like in half of a pipe, basically going down into the earth.
Yes.
And up ahead, there's a Y intersection, one going to the left and one going to the right. And the one going to the right is all boarded up.
We go to
Go
the
to the
left.
left.
Going left.
Going
All right.
left, yeah.
So yeah, you're each going to need to use your oar to try and push off to send you guys to the left.
Oh, great.
So I need
Okay.
all of you to roll a d20.
Okay.
What is this under strength?
8. Just like, is it under strength?
Like,
Yes, this is a
Oh,
strength
boy.
check.
9.
Okay.
like,
Your boy got
is it a
1.
saving throw?
So that is
So-
a 17.
Your boy got a 1.
Okay, 1,
9.
9,
17.
17.
Oh boy.
Okay.
If we wreck, I'm going to.
That's it. I will die. I'll
Game
have to make a
over.
new character. We are all going to die.
Yeah, this is it. This is the episode.
We die in the sewers of Viinio.
For that one dude's family.
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
Gilder, man.
Gandalf.
Gilder.
Gandalf. It's for Gandalf's family.
His name is Graf. But you don't remember that. It's okay.
Doesn't sound.
I'm fine.
I can remember Mendon's and Belzeloff.
The other dude's name.
You used his name more than Graf in the whole episode twice last time. But anyway, it's fine. So, but
How'd we do?
so, Paelias, as you roll a natural one, you try and push off with your oar, and you actually lose it in the current. It falls out of your hand. Your teammates will have to make up for the slack. That
Oh,
you've
no.
I
lost.
have to use.
I did
your
roll a 17.
Staff.
That is true. You still have a staff.
I kind of need that for fighting.
You want to plunge it into the.
I don't want to lose that too.
All right, but with the rolls of your teammates, they are able to direct the little dinghy to the left. You do hit the side of the kind of divider, and as Paelias, you kind of see where your foot was. There's now a hole, so you're just gonna put your foot over to the left and not think about that right now. This little bit kind of comes off your dinghy, but you've successfully made it through this intersection.
Yay.
3 more to go. That
Yes.
was so great.
Your teammates will now have to roll higher to make up for the lack of an oar.
Great.
So,
Very good.
I only have one thing
Sorry
of
about
luck
that one,
left.
guys. It's gross down here.
You are
Is
not
it?
wrong.
all right, as you head off to the left, the tunnel around you actually opens up. And the two of you that can't see, you kind of feel the wind changes now, as it's not just rushing past you. And you can hear more of like a large echo, like you're in a huge cavern. And Paelias and Bren, you can actually see a large cavern around you. And as you look up, you can actually see stalactites, maybe.
That is
Yeah.
stalagmites.
Mics are on the ground.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
G for ground.
Okay, stalactites.
I'm
Yeah, you look
intelligent.
up and you see stalactites, and you look down and you see ginormous stalagmites on the bottom.
Yeah.
And why do you make a perception check for me
Wait,
with
I
both
think
of
I'm
you?
not smart. Hold on. Disregard everything I said.
Yeah.
They both have G's in them.
19.
19, 11.
18.
You guys can't see,
We can't-
so
Oh wait. Oh.
it's dark.
Oh, I just rolled it. I thought we were roaring again.
We'll say that's for your hearing. As
Good one.
Gideon, you can actually hear the slightest little rumble moving in the cavern. You can't. You don't make it out. You can see the stalactites and stalagmites. But Bren, you actually see, as above you, you can almost see some of the stalactites are almost moving.
Oh no.
But you're rushing by so fast, you again enter into the other side of the cavern, and back into a tunnel, and then it's gone. So, but and then suddenly your kind of toboggan-esque thing makes a hard right turn as you're all get thrown to the right. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ugh.
Nat 20.
Okay.
5.
18.
12.
12. Very different roll.
Yeah.
Paelias.
Nat 20?
Nat 20.
One to 20 real
Yeah,
quick.
as all of you suddenly
You fish out your oar again.
Got it.
Found a new stick, guys. No. Better than the last
you
one.
grab something and it starts moving. No, it's fine. But so yeah, as all of you get jarred to the right, Paelias, you almost just like gyroscope and don't even like move the top part of your body. You're just as you kind of surfing the boat right now.
Whoa!
Yeah, Gideon and Bren, you two, you get jarred, but you are able to catch onto the side of the boat. Falx,
back
you
there.
go to grab the side of the boat, and your hand accidentally goes into the sewage to the side of you. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
21.
21. It feels weird, but you pull your hand back out, and you're like, as a shiver goes down your spine, as you don't know what you just touched and don't want to think about it. All right. But again, after this sharp turn, you start going down into the earth again for a little ways. But Paelias, up ahead, you can see there's a Y intersection. And to the left is open, and to the right there are wood planks barring it up.
We have to go right.
Go right.
Go right.
I
We were
can.
thrown right last time.
What?
No,
Well, I
went
guess
left
go
last
right.
time.
Go
We
right.
have to
Yeah,
go
we have
right.
to go right. Well, if the right part is boarded up, right?
Well, we gotta go in there.
Yeah,
Well,
okay,
maybe
yeah,
I
take
could-
a right. Take a right. Yeah,
Take it
sorry.
right.
All right, so you three
Yeah,
need to
early-
push
okay,
off to
never
the right, and Paelias, you're going to have to time your punch to try and hit the boards.
Oh my gosh.
This is gonna be cool.
All right,
maybe.
so
I'm
you
gonna do
three
this.
roll a strength saving check to try and
Okay.
throw the boat. the right
Nat
way.
20, baby.
12.
20, 12,
Oh wait, that's
9.
the first time I've gotten
9. Okay, as your two teammates over here slack a little bit, but
Sorry.
Gideon, with all his might, boom, throws you to the right, brings you in. Paelias, roll an attack roll against the wooden boards.
Attack. So,
So just a
Does
punch
he have
attack.
a stealth
oh,
roll?
okay.
Or, I guess, what are you using to hit them? How do you want to attack the wooden planks?
I don't
Quarterstaff.
know. Quarterstaff. Sure.
Don't even go to staff.
All right, yeah. So what do you roll? What do you roll against the wooden planks?
12.
12. Okay, you do hit. Roll for damage.
What would you have to roll to
All
miss?
right. Oh my God. 10.
10. Yeah.
vaporized.
As you sit up with your staff, as the boards are coming closer and closer to your face, getting whoosh, turn off to the right, and as you strike through and you break through these rotten boards, much weaker than any normal boards. So they're pretty easy to break through. But yeah, as you guys go down the right direction, whoosh, deeper into this pipe. All right. This time, it's a little still going down, but less more gradual this time. It's still going at a good pace. As you go through another large cavern.
Very cool.
All right. And this one you can actually see below you other pipes kind of nearby, but it can, some of them uncovered, some of them completely covered, kind of like going in the same direction as your boat. And then again, you guys shoot into another covered up as you kind of go into the other wall, and again, surrounded by rock. All right, and another intersection is coming up. This time, both sides are open.
Left.
We go left.
All right, 3 of you push off to go left.
Okie dokie.
Ooh, 19.
12.
18, 12,
7.
7.
19, 12. And 7.
So 19, 12, and 7. All right.
That's not good.
So you're barely able to Bren is able to wedge the boat going left, but the back end of the boat hits the Y intersection. Who's in the back?
That's me, and
Hey,
I have the
Bren.
best one.
Sorry, Bren. Why don't you make a dexterity saving throw for me?
All right. 19.
19. All right, you are able to hold on to the boat as you were almost catapulted out of it. But you you feel yourself go weightless for a minute, grab the side of the boat and shove yourself back down. Almost flung out of the boat. All right, but you are going the right direction.
Nice.
Good.
Nobody's fallen off yet.
That's right.
I call that a success.
All right. As again, Bren, going down this pipe, it begins to again go down very steeply, whoosh, and then up ahead you can see another right curve coming.
Cool.
We can only go right.
Do you do anything?
I mean, you'd go right?
Okay. Well, there's a very like before when you guys kind of had that really steep right curve that threw a lot of you. That's coming up. Like another one of those is coming up.
Oh,
Great.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we don't warn anybody. Cool.
Guys, there's another big curve coming up. Brace yourselves.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
There
we
you
go.
All right. So yeah, as again you guys are thrown to the right. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Hey, 22.
Natural one.
16.
No, that's 12.
I'm gonna roll again.
Okay, you lose your lucky feet.
I am out for the day. 19.
19.
Nice.
Okay, so 19,
22.
12,
16.
16. All right. This time, Paelias, your hand goes into the sewage. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh boy. 18.
18. All right. You're fine as you feel kind of almost yourself like wrenching as like your throat starts to kind of like inhaling more of like as you put your hand in and like some vapors go into your mouth, but you're able to like not completely swallow them and you kind of spit them back out and you actually spit out and your spit is like green as it hits the wall.
What?
Like then suddenly it goes past. Whoosh. But another you go around the corner and then up ahead, really close by, you can see another left turn is coming.
There's another one coming, guys.
Great.
All right, everyone holds on.
Dude.
Dexterity saving throw.
13.
23.
9.
16.
9. Okay. Falx.
Having a rough time.
This time, as you get thrown towards the sewer and your head gets very close to the sewage, make a Constitution saving throw for me.
16.
16. All right. You feel your lunch come into your mouth, but you shove it back down.
Not today.
Most of it grog. You get to experience grog again.
I'm fine.
All right. You bring yourself back up. Oh, boy. All right. Tunnel straightens back out again. Now, again, as steep as ever before, whoosh, going straight down. Bren, you see up ahead.
Bren. Me?
Sorry, Paelias. Up ahead, you see a Y intersection. The boat is going extremely fast, and both exits on the right and left are boarded up.
We're going right.
Going right.
Right.
All right. So I need the 3 steers to make a steer roll.
Natural 20.
Nice. 11.
11.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Okay. So
Natty light.
going so fast, your 2 teammates failed to steer the boat, but with your natural 20, you are able to get the boat just barely in line enough to hit the right side. All right, Paelias.
Yep.
Make an attack roll.
Same thing. Oh boy, 22.
22 to hit. Roll for damage.
9.
9. All right. Yeah, as you are able to, as the boat just barely comes into contact with the right side of the pipe, you're able to get your staff, and you hear the boards crack as a little stronger this time, but you completely overdamaged the boards from before. But Yeah, these boards with enough force break through, and you guys go to the right.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh boy.
All right, natural 20 savior
You're welcome.
coming in.
When it mattered.
That's right. Okay. And your boat goes to the right, and you feel yourself kind of slowing down now as the pipe kind of starts to coming more level. And eventually you guys level out and slowly float down a straight pipe. And you hear the sound of rushing water kind of quiet down around you. And eventually you can see up ahead a very faint green light glowing at the end of the tube. And eventually you guys come out of the pipe, and you are in a very small, very old cobblestone kind of room down here with one green torch on a wall in front of you. In the room, there's kind of this trough in the floor of it, in the middle of it, where you guys are with your boat kind of slowly coming out of this pipe that's enormous around you and going into the wall behind you. On the left side of the room, there's a bunch more kind of smaller pipes trickling down with some liquid that's feeding into the kind of larger trough that you guys are in. And then at the other end of the room, there's kind of a grate where most of the water... Hey, sorry. All right. So yeah, where most of the water is going into that grate. Yeah, so that's where the water is feeding into, is kind of this grate on the other side of the wall. But to the right, there's kind of a platform where you guys could get up, and you see some stairs going up into another part of elsewhere down here. So you guys made it through the sewer system roller coaster.
Good.
Sewer puzzle. Yay.
Remind me never to go to a water park.
Let's get off this boat.
Yeah, let's.
Let's stand again.
Slowly.
Yeah.
Let's do not capsize the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you all make dexterity checks?
Oh, come on.
4.
12.
Oh, well, 16. No,
15.
18.
All right. So the three of you, Paelias and Brennan, you're able to step out of the boat with these. Gideon, you have a little tumble, kind of like when you're getting out of a boat, when you're like, ooh, that came up faster than I thought it would. Some of the boat leaves. But Falx, you do see Falx, the last one to leave the boat. She gets up the boat, she accidentally steps onto the side of the boat and is about to like completely capsize and go into the water.
No.
But so you guys are seeing this. Would anyone like to try and help her?
Come on.
Okay.
I'm going to be leaving
I'm
all of you.
Sorry, I'm busy laughing.
Of course you are. Okay, fine.
All right. As you see, Falx takes a tumble into the sewage.
Haha, you guys suck.
This is fine. This is fine.
As Falx, you come up and you just like get yourself on a platform and pull yourself out as just slime comes off of you and goes onto the cobblestones.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
I don't know what I was supposed to do there.
I was waiting for you guys to do something. I was too far away.
It's fine.
I was busy.
She said it's fine. We can go.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, merry men.
Falx spends the next few minutes wrenching anything that was left in her stomach is now gone.
All right.
All right. So with Falx thoroughly wet and dripping, yeah. So there is one doorway heading out of this small room. So
How is this torch green? Is it magical in any way?
Yeah, that's a good question. Very cool.
The aesthetic.
yeah,
It's
you
beautiful.
you see the torch in the far wall, and it appears just to be a normal torch with green fire.
How does that work?
Is there some sort of like chemical in it?
I don't know.
Listen,
I'm too miserable to check. Let's just
You know what I
go.
you are literally like a wizard. Like you.
I was
a
thinking,
sorcerer.
as like, can
A
I make any kind of
sorcerer.
magic check, arcana check around this area?
Yeah, why don't you go? Yeah, you go up to the torch. It's kind of in like a metal holder, so you could take the torch off if you wanted to.
Probably should do that.
Yeah, make an Arcana check on it.
All right. 22.
22. Yeah, the torch appears not to have any naturally magical properties to it. It appears just to be normal fire, but it is glowing green.
That's weird. Anybody want to hold this torch? I can see fine.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right,
okay.
that's fine.
I'll carry a green torch.
Because yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'll just stick close to you.
Nice. Okay, I've got that now.
All right. Yeah, you have a glowing green torch emitting eerie dim light around you.
Good.
Very nice.
So yeah, so Falx and Gideon can now see.
Sweet.
So yeah, you guys can see about 20 feet away from you guys.
Oh.
All right.
So there's like a door we can go through?
Yeah, there is a doorway, and then as you look around you, the room you're in is not made out of the same marble as the rest of the town on top. This appears to be very old, kind of cobblestone, and most of it is kind of tinged green from the amount of slime and liquid down here over the years.
Could I make like a history
that
check
feels like.
or an investigation check or something?
Make an what do you want to learn? I guess.
Well, I want to see if this is like from a different civilization.
Make an
Then
investigation check.
investigation check. Okay. 17.
17. Yeah, as you're looking around, you make it to there's kind of some like small steps going up to the exit of the kind of like the doorway and the wall. As you go around, you can see on the side of the steps there's a little rock with some actual like dwarven runes carved into it. So it appears to be the stone appears to be dwarves had been here masonry wise.
Well, they said that Viinio City was first a dwarven city, so I guess this makes sense. Yeah. Let's go on then.
Onward.
All right. Yeah, heading up to the doorway. Who is leading this merriment of people?
I feel like someone with dark vision should be
Yeah.
leading.
Yeah.
I'd do it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I've got the torch. I'll just be in the
We'll just be
middle.
here
Yeah.
being miserable.
I'm
Thanks,
good.
guys.
All right.
You can use the torch to dry off.
I don't think that's gonna help much. It's slimy.
Well, shouldn't have tripped.
All right.
Sorry.
So yeah. So from now on, so this is kind of like going into a dungeon. It's important for you guys to describe exactly how you're exploring the rooms and exactly how you're like going through them as well.
Well,
Carefully.
I'll be in the back then, because I have dark vision, so I'll be in the back.
Okay.
So we can like
Okay.
put the two people with the torch in the middle then.
Yeah.
All right. So Paelias, so you are first.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah. So there is now a doorway in front of you that leads into. You can see going up to it. There's a wall facing you, but it appears to go off to either side.
There's a wall, or there's just one door.
So there's no door. It's just an
Oh.
opening, and
Oh,
then
okay.
but it goes through, and there's kind of a hallway that goes off to either side. You can see in front of it.
This hallway goes both ways. Which way do you guys think we should go?
Do we know what our directions are? Like north, south, east, west?
No, we don't know.
Make a survival check.
Ooh, I'm good at that. 25.
25.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't get out of a boat, but I'll tell you where the directions are.
That's right. So facing through the doorway, you are facing north.
Okay, because I think we need to go north. Agreed? Because that's where like the rich wine people are, and we heard some shady things about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
So-
sense.
As
Yeah.
we walk, I will try and get us north,
Okay.
as north as possible.
All right. So the hallway goes to the left and right, so not north.
Yeah, I know. I don't. Either way, we'll just go north as soon as we can.
Okay. So I guess let's just go left.
All right.
We
Yeah.
don't have any bleeding.
Yeah, I'm down for that. That
All
sounds
right.
good.
Ooh, that's not how you like that.
So, as you step through the door frame, Paelias, you notice your foot kind of catches on something, and off in the distance, you hear a small tingling, tingling, tingling.
Do you guys hear that?
Are those bells?
I think this place might have been booby trapped.
Just a little bit.
I think that might have been a. Yeah, I feel like somebody might be coming for us.
Someone might be
Yeah.
alerted.
All right, nothing happens in the immediate seconds that follow. So,
Okay.
Onward, I guess.
Keep going.
Well, yeah, let's just keep going.
Why not?
Okay.
Let's just see what happens.
No use of just standing around.
Let's go.
all right, so you head left.
Mm-hmm.
So going down, you can see the hallway continues for about 50 feet, and then would go off to the right.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Still go north.
So walking down it, you turn the corner, and there's actually kind of some light emanating from around the corner, and some more green light, actually. And as you turn the corner, a very odd sight is before you. As there's, it doesn't go any further, but there's kind of like a little area with a shelf. And on the shelf, there are candles, all with little green flames on them. But on the middle of the shelf is a skeleton. And in the middle of the skeleton is a very large sword sticking out of it.
I take the sword.
Well, that's a cool sword.
I mean, I'm not proficient
Well, what
in
kind
it.
of
You
sword
can
is
have
it?
I don't.
Is it
I
a
don't
long
use
sword
long
or a
sword.
short sword or a rapier?
It is a great sword.
I can.
No!
I can see if there's any magical properties to it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Any chance that's a simple weapon?
A great sword is a martial weapon.
Oh, darn.
I'm not
Is
proficient.
anyone
in it.
proficient in that?
Again, I can
a
see
long
if it
sword.
because we can carry. We can still carry it.
That's right. You just
Yeah,
don't
that's
get your,
true.
you just don't get your proficiency bonus with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I take it. It's mine.
This child.
I'm gonna see if it's magical.
Yeah, you do that.
All right.
So who's doing what? So you're going for the sword.
I just want to like hold it.
I just want to see if it's like has any magical
You
properties to
can-
help
Okay.
out my friends to see
Yeah.
if they could have a magical sword.
You can carry it, Gideon.
Gideon, you go
I
up to
want
the
the
sword
sword.
and
Oh,
you
boy.
grab the hilt,
Oh,
and you suddenly hear, "Hey, don't do that."
what?
Okay, I'm definitely rolling.
Who said that?
You look down, and the skeleton that's just kind of laying there is like looked up to you, like, "Hey, don't do that." And you just see its little jaw moving,
Hey man,
and sound
Oh,
is
that's my
magically
hat.
coming out of it.
could you give it back?
And
I
it,
say, what are you gonna do with it? You're dead.
the skeleton with like his arm, it's like a little skeleton, little hand. Like he goes up and like kind of touches your hand that's on the hilt. Just tries to like move your hand off. It's like, "Hey, can you not?" And just like, "Hold on."
Why do you need it?
No, I want to hold it. I want the sword. It
All
seems
right.
cool.
He's gonna try and like grab your hand down. Let's make a strength check against him.
Oh my god.
What'd you get?
Well, a dirty 1 because I got a 2 and then my strength is -1. So
Well, he rolled a 3. So like both of you are just kind of like noodly, like, and so he just kind of like waves your arm like, "Stop it."
Okay, let's not anger the skeleton here.
Yeah.
Mr. Skeleton, can I call you that? Or do you have a name, Mr. Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His head just kind of like rolls over, and, like it's just hollow, and just like this hollow skull staring at you. I was oh, that's it's very nice of you to ask. Yes, I have a name. And it's Lennox.
Lennox. All
Yeah.
right.
Leonox.
But yeah, and then you see kind of both arms kind of get up, and he's like, "But you know this," and he kind of touches the skeleton, like puts his hands all over his body, like, "This isn't actually me. No."
Are you like cursed?
Kind of. I'm actually kind of. The skeleton kind of points to the sword. This is actually me.
You're the sword?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm actually the sword.
Wow.
That's great. Okay, Ken. Yeah.
Um,
I just want to see the magical properties of this sword now.
Make an Arcana check on
Yeah.
the sword.
wow.
A talking sword.
It's only a 6. Never seen a sword like this before.
Yeah, as you're
Interesting
investigating
sword.
the sword, you do see there are runes like carved all the way down its blade.
Do I know these runes?
They are Elvish runes.
I do know them. Yeah.
So, yes.
Well, Enox, I can see.
Yeah, it's a very long. You see it as like you can read it off, and it's like the words to like a binding spell, basically
Alright.
carved into the sword.
Well, Enox, I can't say that I've ever seen any so bounded to a sword before. But were you just born a sword, or were you captured inside the sword, or
You see the skeleton kind of like put its hand to its jaw. It's like, well, I don't think so.
I think so to what?
yeah?
I don't think I was a sword always, but I don't know. I don't have my memories.
Are you a happy sword?
I'm kind of a neutral sword.
Okay.
Well, okay, I'm a sorcerer, so
Oh, really?
yeah. This is whack. This is crazy. I mean, I've never encountered any magic like this. I must say.
Really? There's no more other talking swords.
Yeah, I gotta say,
Surprisingly,
don't
no.
come across
Seen-
those too
no,
much.
not.
Dang. No, it gets pretty lonely down here.
Well, how'd you get down here in the first place?
Huh.
I don't know. I'm actually cursed.
Figures.
Well, that's no excuse.
But do you? I mean,
Do you want to go on an adventure?
Were you this
We're
dead
adventurers.
yeah, we could take you
Um,
out of here. And
Sure.
it wouldn't be
Yeah,
as lonely.
I'm cursed with short-term memory loss.
boy? Oh.
I lose my memory every day.
Well, I can't really do anything about
Well,
that.
what kind of? I don't know how that would diminish your abilities as a sword.
I mean, I think I'm a good sword. Probably.
You'd be a pretty good sword. Can I please
Like
have
Pat the
you?
Hilt, you're the best
Um,
sword.
Sure, but so the deal is,
Yeah, let's learn the deal.
I can't talk unless I'm like, at least I think. I don't remember, but I've only been able to talk in the skeleton because I'm stabbed into it. So, so if you take me out, I'm afraid I won't be able to talk unless
if
you
we-
stab me into something else.
Wait, into something? Into anything?
Into me.
Stop.
Maybe I mean, the
Like-
skeleton has a mouth, but we could try something.
Well, do you like talking, Mr. Sword?
I do like talking.
Linux?
Yes.
Well, what we could do is maybe we could get a fish or something,
And stab the fish.
and then stab the fish with the sword, and just have it on the sword when we walk away.
Fish can't talk anyway.
But you can talk through the fish.
They vocalize.
Swords can't talk.
Skeleton can't talk.
Skeleton has a mouth at least. It can go like,
Can't we just-
Fishes have mouths.
They
It's
do just have mouths.
I'm not a sorcerer, so I don't know how it works, but we could try.
What if we just carry the skull?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, we could just carry your skull. Yeah.
That is
Well,
true.
take the sword and whatever bone it's stabbed into, and
That is possible. So,
is there anything else you can do, Mr. Linux?
Any abilities?
maybe.
Oh yeah, you forget everything after a day.
Well,
Yeah,
Any
short-term
chance
memory
that
loss.
you would go with my proficiency of a longsword?
Mr. Sword.
Sadly, I don't think that's how this curse thing works.
How D&D works?
Nobody can
Well,
use him.
I can't
Nobody's
wield
proficient.
you.
Neither can I.
Yeah, no.
How do I learn a proficiency?
You'd have to train with a weapon for a while.
Hey!
Right now, we don't have time for that.
well, Linux. I mean,
But, I don't want to be down here forever. It gets lonely down here.
well, Enox, I feel like we could make a business with you. We could start up a little shop and have this is Lennox, the talking sword, and then we
Rent a
stab
friend.
something, and then that's how we can make money.
Well, I don't know if you would want to subject yourself to
Yeah,
that
it doesn't
for the
sound-
rest of time.
I have always thought of myself, if when I can think, as an entrepreneur. So
Ah,
Okay, well,
yes.
all right.
No.
There you go.
I don't
I
know
think-
how much monetary value is worth to you, Mr. Sword, because you are a sword. Can you buy materials? Make transactions?
You know,
Mr. Sword,
I've-
do you have any like rights as a
Yeah,
sword?
are you registered as like a
Yeah.
living being?
you know,
You're
there,
citizen of
there
the
is.
Are we gonna take him or are we not
Sword
gonna
rights.
take him?
Swords right.
We're
You
having
know-
an ethical conversation about the living.
In the sewers.
I don't remember
Yeah.
a lot, but I think I do know that there are quite a lot of really racist laws against talking swords.
Ah,
that
man.
And
are-
that should change.
That should change.
That must
you
be
know,
why they're all
Yes.
gone.
Maybe, you know, we could pull a little like 1-2 and you could like stab me into somebody and I could run for office.
And then they would be dead.
And then I could make laws to make talking swords that have memory problems have more rights.
That's
Could you
alright.
throw in
There
some
you go.
human rights with that?
Yeah, do you
Yeah.
hate humans or not?
That's a,
I don't remember. Should I hate
Okay.
humans?
no,
No.
they did nothing
Oh,
wrong.
Okay, then I don't hate humans.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, Leenox, I think we're just gonna take your skull with you and then take the sword, but don't talk much because we're kind of on a secret mission here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
Put the skull in your big old bag.
Let me just feel my ribs real fast. I like these ribs. I can make little musical notes with them. He kind of taps into a little xylophone. Okay, I'm
Well, that was great.
It's wonderful.
Beautiful.
done. Okay, so yeah, just I don't know, stab the sword into my skull and
Who wants to
into
do
this
it?
thing's skull. I don't know what this was.
Gideon will. Then.
But yeah, okay, sweet.
Cool.
I agree.
Is
All
that
right,
a contract?
Am I picking him up?
Yeah.
You wanted to
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
badly.
You want the
I don't know
sword.
if you would let me. Okay. Yes.
You're not gonna break anything with it, are
I
you?
hope not.
Okay.
Yeah, I pick him up with the skull on it. And like,
All right, so yeah, make a strength check to pull the sword out.
16.
16. All right. Yeah, you're able to wedge the sword kind of out of some like muddy stone on the bottom. Whoosh, you see the skeleton. It kind of just falls apart and like clashes to the ground, as it seemed to be the magical sword was the only thing holding the skeleton actually together. But yeah, as you pull it out, you guys actually see as like some like dim glowing orange light starts illuminating from the sword and then going out, and then all of a sudden it turns the light turns black and then goes into Gideon. Whoosh,
Great.
What?
Of course.
and then it's done.
Oh. Okay.
How you feel?
You do not feel any different.
I'm feeling fine.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Please
I'm
do.
feeling orange.
Sure, make another Arcana check.
Feeling orange.
Feel orange.
So yeah, so it was orange light, but it turned to black and then went into your body.
So black light. I'm feeling
It's I
a
got
like
21.
black light.
21.
Feeling like a black hole.
Black hole.
Yeah.
Like an endless void.
So you now know
Every day.
the sword
Yeah,
has
same.
enchantment magic in it, and it was probably some kind of enchantment that just went into Gideon's body.
What? Okay, that sounds cool.
So stab that skull really quick.
Yeah, you just got enchanted, so
Let's-
maybe you should stab the skull. I would say so, because I don't really know exactly what that enchantment is, but you should probably fix that.
Wait, so the skulls are already stabbed on the sword?
No.
You just pulled the sword.
So the sword was
okay.
like stabbed into the spine of the skeleton. You pulled it out.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll
Don't break
stab
it.
the skull on the ground.
All right. Yeah. You kind of just like. Yeah, like you can kind of just like bring the skull like down through the sword.
Oh, like
So you still have like, so there's kind of just like a skull near the hilt of the sword.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and then
a lemon
you
juicer.
Just keep going down.
you see the skull just yeah basically. You see the skull kind of like its jaw kind of goes boop back into place. It's like, hey guys.
Hey, so do you know about orange light that turns into black light that goes into me?
Nope.
Okay, well, all right, guys.
Onward, I guess.
Guess we keep going.
Guess we'll find out later.
This was a dead end, right? Like it's just this room.
Yeah, it's just that room.
Okay.
Well, I guess we're going back.
So
All
yeah,
right, we're
we go
going
back.
to the right.
Go back. Go
All
back to where we
right.
Go to
started.
the right.
Yeah, going to the right. Paelias, you can see about 60 feet up from the intersection where you guys were. You can see it actually opens up into a larger passage down going the other way to the right. You can actually hear some more like running sewage water that way. And eventually you get to the exit, and it opens up into a much wider kind of like hallway passageway going down about probably like pretty far, probably about like past your range of dark vision going off down. But it's at the end to your right as you come out of the passageway. There's a kind of a not as large as the pipe you guys came down in, but a fairly large sewage pipe that's kind of spilling off into a trough that's in the middle of the floor. And there's just like running sewage going down the middle of this passageway. And so the sewage trough is about probably like 3 feet wide, and there's about 12 feet on each side to stand on. So yeah, so it's kind of a hallway divided by this like trough of water.
All right.
Yeah, going off to the left, it goes down further than you can see right now.
If I remember my directions, left is north.
Okay, so we'll go left.
All right. Would you like to describe how or anything or how you're
Carefully.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Yes. Looks like the left. I can't see that far down. It's a very long passageway, and it seems like there's sewage going this way. So, I say we go left. What do you say?
So you like
Left is north.
so left is north, and then to the right it's just a wall with a pipe coming out of it.
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there wasn't a choice.
Sorry,
Okay.
yeah, that wasn't
So-
clear. Sorry.
all right.
I thought it was like a choice.
So let's go the only way we
Okay.
can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Left.
Let's
okay.
go, fellow adventurers and
All right.
Let's not
sword.
go into the pipe.
Going left. Make a perception check for me, Paelias.
Okay. 18.
18. All right. About 15 feet up from you, you can see another string that's across the ground there.
Ooh, there's a string up here, guys. Might be traps.
Best step over it then.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You point
Watch your step.
You point out to them where the string is. As you get closer to it, you can actually see it looks like a very thin, like kind of like spider wire that's been like spider thread that's been strung across here.
I don't like that.
Let's still step over it.
Still
guys.
step over it.
If you'd like to investigate it further, you can, or you can just go on.
Like,
I mean,
Looks like it's a spider web.
yeah, I want to
I can
investigate.
investigate.
All right.
I
Make
don't.
make an investigation check on it.
16.
16. Following the thread to the wall, you kind of go up the wall, and the thread kind of like goes into some bricks, and you can actually see like on the side of the wall here, there's a little like setting of bricks that seem to have been kind of taken out and pushed back in. You wouldn't notice it unless you stopped, but like a lot of the masonry's been kind of like filled in with like kind of just like mud and sewage, while the rest of the wall appears to be like actual mortar that's been put in. But yeah, so this like little makeshift piece of wall has been put back together. Up at the top of it, there's like 3 holes you can see that go into the wall.
Oh, good.
spider.
Please don't. It looks like that section of the wall is new. There are 3 holes at the top. So let's keep.
And the 3 holes are about like chest and head height for.
Yes. Let's be very, very careful to not trip on that wire. Those holes are probably some sort of trap. Please be careful.
Yes.
I saw a
Cool.
spider in a vision. In that one vision that I saw that nobody else saw, I saw a giant spider.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you told us about that.
That is
Yeah.
true.
maybe.
So
Maybe not.
I highly doubt it's that spider because the world is very big, but I know that there are giant spiders in this world. So yeah.
I know
Oh,
there
yes,
are
yes.
spiders in
Yes.
this world.
Spiders exist.
There are
That's
spiders.
canon.
That's canon.
That's right. All right. So yeah. So continuing on, looking up ahead. Eventually, Paelias, what comes into sight are there are 2 more pipes on either side of the wall, like feeding off, kind of with like some sewage, like just trickling down into the main trough. And Paelias, with your sight and perception from before, you can actually see like 2 beady little eyes looking out of the pipe to the left.
Guys,
Yeah,
something's
what?
looking at us over here.
Oh, good. Can you tell what it is?
I'm not sure, but they're small beady eyes.
Can I
I try
make
to
a
can I
perception
startle
check?
Check.
Yeah,
in the
Brennan, you can make a perception check.
Yeah.
Can I yell like a?
No.
Like a just to scare it away.
No.
I got a 13.
13. You cannot make out exactly what it is, as you guys are too far away. You're about 60 feet away from it right now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hmm.
Well, it's definitely something.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's friendly like the sword.
Maybe.
I don't know if this. He's right there. I'm not gonna say. So let's continue. I guess. Try not to do anything stupid.
Yeah, let's just
Just watch our steps, I guess.
Yeah.
Like usual. Like yeah.
there's some in here, but don't know what it is.
All right, so you're just continuing forward.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure. Nowhere else to go.
All right.
Yeah, keep going forward.
Yeah, continuing forward. You get about 30 feet up, and it's still just a little thing staring at you, and both of you can now see. You guys with just the torch can't make it out at all, sadly. You can see the two eyes slowly make out a face, and it seems to be kind of a very small reptilian-looking face looking at you guys.
Oh, little boy.
Green Goblin.
Hello.
We can't see him.
Oh yeah.
Just like barely sticking out of the pipe.
Well, they're not provoking us yet.
No.
No.
They?
Let's keep
What's,
up.
what's they?
There's like little reptile
those-
guys looking at us. So,
Like,
I would
you
say
know?
let's not panic and let's keep on walking.
Yeah.
The creatures live down here. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go.
You don't want me to get him.
Okay,
Get
as
'em.
soon as you
No.
take another,
Okay.
as soon as you take another step further, you see, so up closer than 30 feet, you see the little creature, and you guys can hear this, but you two can see a little kind of like scaly arm comes out holding a bell and rings it, and then he shoots off down the pipe, and you can hear.
That's not good.
What?
I guess that's where that bell's coming from.
Yeah. What's
Get-
it for though?
So they know how to use tools.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's keep
he's
going.
obviously calling somebody. Let's just.
Let's keep
Yeah,
going.
if we
Well,
stay
he like held the bell out for you guys so you guys could see it, rang it, and then ran off into the pipe.
Oh.
Do you think he wants us to follow him?
I'm really tempted to, but
Yeah, let's go. Let's follow the green guy.
oh my gosh.
I
I don't think
know
this is
if
a good
that's
idea.
Well,
don't
wait,
know.
isn't he going the way that we needed to go?
If we followed him, we'd be going west.
So in the pipe, so as you guys get closer up to the pipe, you can see it's way too small. Like, well, it's a really small pipe. Like you guys would have to like wedge yourselves in there and like crawl
Nope.
in it.
Nope. Not again.
Yeah,
nope.
I'm
Nope.
okay.
Nope.
Yeah. Let's stay to the mission here,
Yeah,
folks.
let's
Yeah,
keep going.
I'm okay just walking along.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, the other one to the other side, you don't see anything in it.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
All right. Yeah, continuing on, up ahead, you can actually see this tunnel leads into, and kind of the sewage in the floor leads into a much larger room. So yeah, you can see kind of a large open doorway that's coming towards you guys.
Cool.
As you get up to it, looking into this room, it's kind of a spherical room with the sewage kind of to the right of you guys, pouring into kind of a large hole in the middle of it.
What's is this hole going down to the third level?
You guys are currently kind of standing out of the room right now, just kind of at the entrance here.
So it seems like there is a level lower than this one, and
Yes.
it seems like it might be in use, which is
Yes.
different than what our good friend Junior said. So
And then, so once, so standing in this, so looking at, why don't you guys make a perception check for the rest of the room here?
Dirty 20.
13.
10.
10. All right, so Falx and Paelias, you can see the rest of the room. So it's kind of a circle. At the other end of the room, there's another very similar shaped opening that you guys just came out of that appears to have the same kind of like sewage trickling out of it, going into the center. And to the left of you, there is another hallway, very similar, with sewage trickling into the hole in the front. On each, on the walls of the circle, there are 4 kind of positioned equal distance from each other on the circle, 4 pipes kind of angled. So there's a, so let's first, so first out, so there's a hole in the middle of the floor, but then out from the floor, there's about 10 feet of kind of cobblestone pathway for you to like walk around the hole in the floor, around the room. But in the walls of the room, there are 4 pipes kind of sticking out of it at angles that don't have anything coming out of them right now. Okay.
Huh.
As well. But Paelias, you can see to the right of the room. So you can see. So there's kind of three entrances to here. The one you're in, the one across, the one to the left. To the right, it's just a blank wall.
Got it.
Paelias, you can see on the right side, there's actually what looks kind of like a manhole on the right side of the room.
Looks like there's a manhole over here.
And then you two see, and then actually all of you see to the left of you in the entrance, you see a little reptilian man standing with a little bell. And he's looking at you guys. And then why don't you guys make a nature check to see if you know what this is.
Oh, I'm not good at this. I thought I would be. 12.
10.
Natural 20.
Okay.
So that's a 24.
Yeah. So, Bren, on your travels, you haven't seen these before, but you've heard about them kind of village at some of the outposts you've gone to before. But seen an illustration actually in a book, and you know that this is a cobalt.
Cobalt. Like
Yep.
the color.
Or
Blue.
sorry, kobold. Sorry, it's
Okay.
kobold.
Oh,
Kobold.
kobold.
Yeah, kobold. And it's a little, almost like dragonborn looking thing, but it is very small. Probably only about 3 feet high.
Does it speak like Draconic or?
You would know that it speaks Draconic and Common from your studies. You also know that kobold tend to live in very large packs.
I'm gonna speak Draconic to it to sound friendly.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, "Hello, my friendly kobold. I'm Bren. These are my friends. We were traveling down here in the sewers. We're looking for our fellow humans. Do you know of any other humans down in the sewers?"
So yeah, you guys hear Bren say, and then also this kobold respond, and kind of like this.
I can understand.
Oh, you can understand?
I can
okay,
understand
you
them.
don't.
Oh,
You
I
two,
don't.
if you don't speak
I'm
Draconic,
terrified.
I will translate
What's
for
going on over there?
I will translate for you
and
too.
almost
Okay.
like roars and guttural kind of shouts almost.
Really gives you a throat to work out.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, but you two hear him respond. Humans? No, I don't know of any humans down here.
We're friendly, and we're just trying to travel around, and we just want to know if there's any signs of any humans. Do you know what's down here on this third level?
Down in the big hole?
Yeah.
Nope. But you should follow me. He kind of rings the bell.
Why would we follow you?
I can bring you this way.
What's down there?
Treasure's this way.
Treasure?
I
Why should I believe you?
What kind of
What's
treasure?
going on?
don't trust like this. There's a little funny green man over there.
He's actually, it's like red scales.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a little red boy.
And he's like,
Okay.
yeah,
Edit.
completely like red
Red boy.
scales, a big tail as well, and he's kind of wearing like a little green loincloth.
Oh,
Complimentary
how to
colors.
dress.
Good job, man.
Yep, very aesthetic.
wow.
Tis
Got
the season.
fashion.
Yes.
Yeah. How do we know that we can trust you?
Because my name's Patchy.
Patchy?
Patchy the bell ringer. Ding, ding, ding.
What do bell ringers do other than ring bells?
We ring the bells.
Okay.
You guys just see him like,
I'm like, whoa.
Is that the only reason we should trust you?
Him spook.
nope. And he kind of reaches into his back loincloth and he like
Pulls
brings
out
out
a gun.
a Look at this, sorcerer. No, he does not pull out a gun. Yeah,
Dang it!
He pulls out a pile of gold, actually.
Oh. Oh.
Is that all the treasure you have?
Nope, much more this way.
Why do you want to give us this treasure?
Yeah.
Because I'm lonely.
But you got all these friends. I saw all of your friends.
What friends?
Don't you?
We saw a bunch of little eyes of a bunch of little dudes, you know? A bunch of
Oh, that was
kobolds.
me back in the pipe.
Just you?
Yeah. Here, come along. He starts walking off down that way.
I want to follow the little guy.
I
Oh
don't
my
know if
gosh,
we
we're
should
getting so
follow.
sidetracked.
I don't-
I don't, but if we have a majority that do.
I don't know. He seems kind of fun.
So
All right,
this
so yeah,
guy's
you see him hold out gold, ring a bell, and then walk off.
Okay.
So this
is my
guy says that he has treasure, but he didn't really back anything up from it,
No.
except.
Doesn't sound good to me.
And he also
No.
says that he's all alone, which obviously he's
Feels like a trap.
not.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna follow him.
We can't.
No.
Okay, so Gideon, do you follow him?
No,
No.
no, we can't lose you again.
Okay, wait. So, what's the plan in this room then? If we don't follow him, Does
We
it
can
jump
go
in
down the
hole?
manhole.
We
Yeah,
could
go
go
down
down
the
the
manhole.
manhole, or we can continue going straight because that's north.
Oh, yeah. Let's go north.
Okay.
Man.
I don't need any money, to be honest.
Neither do
I haven't have to buy anything.
I
We're
You've
good.
been
I'm-
sp-
Yeah, I'm okay.
I'm on
gone
it over
so
here.
sorry,
sidetracked.
Patchy.
That's his name.
Patchy, his name's Patchy, yeah.
Patchy, I'm sorry. Well, he also speaks common, right?
Yeah, he does.
He does.
Sorry.
I was just trying to speak his language to
Yeah.
be more friendly, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, Patchy. I would follow you into your probable trap, but I gotta go with these guys. Sorry. Can I have that gold that you're holding?
Get it. We already give you the sword. Let's go.
No, he walked off, so he's not there
Oh.
anymore.
Goodbye.
A soliloquy.
Oh,
All right.
man. Yeah, okay.
Are we continuing, or are we
Yeah.
gonna go down the
Yeah.
manhole?
We're
Yeah, let's just
Going
continue.
Let's
forward.
continue.
Okay. All right.
All right, so yeah, so you kind of you like go into the circular room. Looking off to the left, you don't see Patch anymore. It seems to have disappeared down that way. You kind of skirt along the right side of the room, going over the manhole cover. Looking down into the hole, you can't see anything. There's just sewage like running down into it, but it seems to go deeper than anybody can see. Yeah, you make it to the right side of the room, and as you get over here and kind of stand in the doorway, you can actually see the tunnel goes down a little ways, but there's actually been a cave in here with just a little bit of sewage running off. But there is, to the right side of the wall, there seems to be a kind of a dugout area over there.
Interesting.
Seems like a place we should go.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree with that one.
If Patchy's not down there, we can still go. I don't trust Patchy.
There you go. Yeah, we'll probably come across him one way or another.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
All right. Which way are we going?
the dugout
Into
area.
the dugout.
All right, yeah, you walk
Hole.
up to the dugout, and as you get closer, you actually see there's like a little old piece of like tattered leather hanging across it.
That seems like a sign of a human.
Or a living being of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible. What do you guys do?
I mean, I guess I can like check it or something. Like, see if it's like an. Can I like do any sort of check on it?
I mean, it looks like a patch of leather that's on across. Do you want to investigate what kind of leather it is?
Sure.
That could be
All right,
interesting.
roll investigation on it, or
Okay.
roll nature on it.
That gives me a better one. Okay. 10.
10. It appears to be very old leather. It doesn't appear to be made out of normal animals, so you're not quite familiar with what exactly it would be. But it's not normal leather.
Gross.
This letter doesn't seem very normal, but neither is anywhere here. So let's
that's
keep on
true.
going. Let's go.
All right. So what are you doing?
We're continuing, right?
So I guess you're in the caved-in tunnel. There's just like a dugout area here, and like in the dugout area, there's like the patch of leather hanging over it.
Oh, so we just go in the leather.
So yeah, it's like a leather like doorway basically.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Let's go in.
Let's go in.
No other way
All
than
right.
this.
Who opens the leather patch?
It's Paelias. He's in
Yeah,
front.
I guess me.
Okay.
All right, Paelias, you open the leather patch, and you're the first one to kind of see inside here. It appears to be, it doesn't go much further, but it is kind of like a dugout little hole, little hovel. As you see, there's kind of like leather patches like everywhere, and like blankets and things, and then like various little shelves that appeared to me like kind of like molded onto the side of the ground here. There's little candles. The air actually smells a little bit not as foul in here, and the candles here are actually burning normal kind of orange fire color. But the kind of pile of patches in the left-hand corner that you thought was just a pile of nothing kind of like stands up and turns towards you, and you see like a disformed face, and you hear, "Who dares bother the king of rats?" And that is where we'll end today's episode.
I
What?
knew you were gonna end there.
Rat
Yeah.
guys?
Sounded
You're
like
a
the
rat.
emperor. That is the
All right.
dark
Well,
side.
thank you all for joining us today. Come back
Yay.
on to see what happens with the king of rats.
Hopefully
Down-
we can talk to him and not kill him because he
Hopefully I
sounds
can-
cool.
Hopefully I can steal his title. King of Rats.
Down in the sewer system.
Oh,
So,
fun.
all right. As always, you can find us on YouTube and Spotify or any other podcasting place you listen to your podcasts. But as always, we love having you here, and have a good night.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Stay
Bye.
right.
See ya.